Here's one that I found interesting. I figured that I would video it. I want to start doing more videos anyway, for many reasons. I got a 2000 Toyota Celica here with a check engine light on. So I already went through this, but I'm gonna do it on video now to show you how interesting this is. So let's see what codes that we got. Fuel system 2 lean, bank 1, mass airflow, I set that. I also said intake air temp problem too, because I was unplugging stuff. So disregard the mass air and the intake temp sensor. The catalyst below efficiency, I didn't do that. That was already there. Evap system, damn, there's a lot of glare. Incorrect purge flow. Okay, so the first one I wanted to address was the po171. System 2 lean. So what I usually do when I see that is I go to my fuel trim numbers and see what they are. Okay, let's see what we got. Look at that, all pegged out, which means it's adding fuel because it has positive numbers. So what I usually do is give it some gas to see what they do at higher RPMs. And lo and behold, they start getting better, which means it's taking fuel away, which is a good indication of a vacuum leak. So let's go under the hood now. I'll just shorten this up. I already checked for a vacuum leak. I didn't find a vacuum leak, so my next thought process was, well, I have a vent solenoid code for the evap system, so I just wonder if that thing is stuck open. So what I did, the first thing I did was, this side goes to the manifold and this side goes to the gas tank. So I took this hose off. I'm trying to do this with the fucking camera. It's barely running too, by the way. I'm gonna take this hose off and show you. And this thing should be normally closed. And look, bam, it's open. Now watch this. When I close this, watch my fuel trim numbers. Look, it's starting to get better already. So there's my vacuum leak. The vent control solenoid is stuck open. Now here comes the part for all you parts changers would say, oh, put a vent solenoid on it, right? Wrong. Now watch this. Okay, here's a sucking. Now watch what happens when I unplug this thing. Oh, now it quit leaking. So now you have to ask yourself, this thing's good, right? Why is this thing on all the time? So I went and looked up the information on this, and it's 12 volts on one wire and it's ground controlled by the computer on the other. So unless my ground wire is shorted to ground and keeping this thing open all the time, or the computer's bad, why would it be commanding this thing to stay on all the time? So the next thing that I did is, instead of pulling a wiring diagram and going crazy with this damn thing, is I went back into my actuator tests. Oh, no, wait, that wasn't that. Evap system check. No, that's not what I did. Oh. generic functions. Anyway, what I did was I did an actuator test for this solenoid, which would turn it on and off and on and off, and lo and behold, I found clicking way down here to this solenoid. See where my finger's at? Right here, which is not the evap solenoid. It's a blend door solenoid for the air cleaner, and lo and behold, it has a black connector. I'm going to show you. And this has a black connector, and this is supposed to go there, and that's supposed to go here, and this is a blue connector. So the whole problem was harness is plugged in wrong, system too lean, evap purge solenoid stuck open, wrong connector, no parts replaced. Pretty cool, huh?